You said you're an EMT.
Yes.
Okay, if you're responding to a health emergency. Biological male, somebody with a penis, is having a medical emergency, and they say to you, "I think I'm having a miscarriage." Would you check them to see if they're having a miscarriage? Would you consider that a possibility for them?
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm back with more footage from Matt Walsh at New Mexico State University because you guys liked the video yesterday so much. And I think this conversation is just as good, if not better than the one we saw yesterday. So we're about to get into this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we watching. Now let's roll it.
How would you define a woman? Because you've asked other people up here to define how we would define a woman. How would you define a woman, Mr. Walsh?
An adult human female.
And how doesn't a transgender woman fit that definition?
Female.
The reason a trans woman doesn't fit into that category is in the name itself, trans woman, meaning it's a man who is attempting to transition from being a man into being a woman, which you can't do in the first place. But natural born women don't have to transition from one gender to another. They were born as that gender. They don't need to transition into it because they already are that.
Because they're not female. They have. You said that you are a biological male, correct?
I said I'm transgender. I might be intersex for all we know. About almost as many people in the world are transgender as intersex, and
well,
a lot of people don't know.
Well, but that's a different conversation. Intersex, that's a genetic anomaly, that's a medical condition. So that's a completely different conversation. That's also not a third gender. That's a genetic anomaly that occurs within the sex binary of male and female. What you're saying is that a quote-unquote trans woman is a female?
By the definitions I'm familiar with, yes.
So how would you define female?
Through my training in healthcare, there are several different categories for how we define sex. People bring up chromosomes. People also bring up hormone levels. People bring up all sorts of other categories. Lots of people don't fit neatly into a gender binary, even people we don't consider to be intersex. It's a complicated spectrum.
It's not complicated, but you also didn't define. So what is a woman? What is a female? What do these words mean?
I think the definition that this person likes to use is anyone that identifies as a woman can be a woman. I think that's the definition that he's used to hearing. But you can't use the word when defining the word, and that's how Matt Walsh got all of them caught up in this in the first place, because when they describe what a woman is, they say anyone who identifies as a woman. Like Matt Walsh says, well, what is that? What is a woman? Also, it seems like these people love to use exceptions to the rule and little nuanced differences to try to go against the grain of what it means to be a woman or a man. But if chromosomes and hormones are up for question, you could go to the doctor and get that stuff checked out. Like Matt Walsh said earlier, the proof and the fact that there are people who are intersex existing, that doesn't, that's not some new magical third gender that disproves the binary. That's an anomaly that doesn't usually happen. And there can be hormonal imbalances in men and in women, but you could go to the doctor and get this stuff checked out and figure out the reasons why it's happening, what's going on with your body. That doesn't disprove, again, the binary of men and women.
It's complicated, and I know you're not going to like that answer, but that's because there are no simple answers in human biology.
Let me ask you a question.
You guys,
Can I ask you one last question?
just let me finish. You guys like to bring up high school level biology classes a lot. I get that a lot. But people who go on to more complicated biology classes will talk about sex as a spectrum.
It's not. It's not.
Well, biological researchers would disagree with you.
Well, then they're full of shit, the ones that would say that. There are male gametes and female gametes. Oh, I had one last question. I just have one. I have one quick. Can you come back for 1 second? Because this is an important question. You said you're an EMT.
Yes.
Okay, if you're responding to a health emergency. Biological male, somebody with a penis, is having a medical emergency, and they say to you, "I think I'm having a miscarriage." Would you check them to see if they're having a miscarriage? Would you consider that a possibility for them?
Look. No, but that's because some people don't have body parts. Doesn't mean they're not a woman.
Yeah, men cannot get pregnant. Men don't produce ovaries. We can't hold babies. Our bodies are not designed to do that. And you would think that this shouldn't even be up for debate, but there are people out there who are saying men can get pregnant. There are actually people saying this. The same way men can't have miscarriages because we do not get pregnant, women can impregnate. These are just things biologically that our bodies are not designed to do. And again, the fact that we even having discussions about can men get pregnant is a bit crazy to me, but this is where we are.
Okay. Sounds like we've established there are some people who in principle can get pregnant, and there are some people who can't. So there's two categories, otherwise known as binary.
Lots of women can't get pregnant either.
Yeah, but they're still of the nature to get pregnant. The only
But
reason
they can't get pregnant.
Yes, but
truth matters, right?
it does. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Yeah, but if a woman can't get pregnant, that doesn't mean that she forfeits her womanhood and is no longer a woman. You know, it could be reasons for that could actually be fixed. A woman could have irregular periods. It could be lifestyle choices causing them not to be able to get pregnant. And to even say something like that is ridiculous, because would you say that women who are of the age where they can't get pregnant anymore, are they no longer women? It's just ridiculous. And again, it's little nuanced things like that they will bring up to try to validate their way of thinking that you can't define a woman and that, you know, a woman is simply anyone who identifies as such.
Truth matters, and they can't get pregnant. That's the truth. So how are they still women?
Because they are for the same reason that I can rightly say that human beings have two legs. And if a person is born with only one leg, that doesn't call into question the statement that human beings have two legs, okay? A person being born with one leg doesn't mean that now legs are on a spectrum and we can't say anything at all about how many legs a person has. Who knows? They could be a centipede. You know, they could have 100 legs. No, we know human beings have two legs. If a human is born without two legs, something went wrong. They were supposed to have that second leg. Something went wrong. If you meet a person on the street who only has one leg, maybe they had an accident. Maybe they were in war. Maybe something, you know, maybe they were in a car accident. Maybe they had cancer. A leg was cut off. But you know that something went wrong because by their nature, they're supposed to have two legs. Same thing for a woman. A woman by her nature can get pregnant. A man by his nature never can. So if you meet a woman of childbearing age, say she's 28 years old, and she can't get pregnant, you know automatically that something has gone wrong. And she can go to the doctor and find out what that thing is, even if they can't fix it. So that proves that women by their nature can get pregnant, because the simple fact that she can't shows you that there is something wrong. This is what is known as the exception that proves the rule. Whereas if a male with a penis can't get pregnant, no doctor on earth is going to run tests to see what's wrong with him, because they already know it's that he's a male, and there's only male and female, those who can get pregnant and those who can't.
Yeah, he nailed it, absolutely crushed it with what he said at the end. We know that out of the two sexes that exist, men and women, only women are the ones who can get pregnant and have babies. Just because some can't, or some are infertile at the moment, whatever it may be, that doesn't disprove the statement that only women can get pregnant and have babies. There are some women that can't, but only women can. No matter how you want to slice it, you can slice the pie 18 different ways if you want to. Only women can. Even though there are some women that can't, for whatever reasons may be, only women can. So to wrap up, guys, I understand why Matt Walsh asks this question. I understand why he brought it up to the table in the first place, but I don't even think everyday people need a definition. You could go outside every day and see the difference between men and women. Yes, there are women who are tall. There are men who are short. There are men who are skinny and there are women who are big. It don't matter. We can clearly see what a woman is and what a man is. You don't even need to define it because you can see it with your eyes. But that's all I got for the video, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on your way out the door. And until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.